Reading through your discussion posts, I realized that there was some ambiguity about the difference between situated cognition and experiential learning. And I'd like to clarify that. Now, Sims in his book does not spend a lot of time talking about situated cognition and experiential learning in depth. So it's easy to get a little muddled about what is happening here. Now, situated cognition was first introduced by Jean Lave, and the idea behind it is that learning can only occur within authentic situations. So, if you're not surrounded by the social and cultural environment for a particular topic or discipline area, then true learning cannot happen. So, one way of thinking about this would be when you learn things in school, but then you go into the workforce and then they say you don't have work experience. And there is that learning curve when you're trying to put all that you have learned in an abstract manner in school into practical use. And so situated cognition says that in school, what you're learning in this abstract manner is really not true learning. And true learning only happens within the authentic context. Now, true examples of situated cognition would be a mentorship model, where a person's already working and they're being mentored by models who model appropriate behavior, and then the mentee learns from the mentor about how to fit into that environment. And so it's in the social cultural environment itself that this learning is happening. It's the same thing with apprenticeship as well. In fact, situated cognition touches on examples of tailors who begin by their apprenticeship with, you start with the smaller tasks, build on the tasks and complexity till you become a full-fledged professional tailor. So that kind of an apprenticeship model is a very good example of situated cognition. Scaffolding, like the apprenticeship model, builds one on top of the other, increasing complexity. So scaffolding is one feature of situated cognition. Another example of situated cognition is internships, where you then go and work in a particular environment and you're learning and putting your abstract knowledge into practice as well. So where does experiential learning fit in over here? Now, experiential learning is one aspect of situated cognition. Many of you actually had it the other way around. You put experiential learning over situated cognition, but that's not how it is. So within a classroom environment, which is an artificial learning environment, if we want to create a situated learning and a more authentic learning experience, you create experiential learning. So using things like case studies and simulations and interviews, or projects that are out in the field, that would be examples of experiential learning where you're trying to recreate situated learning or situated cognition. Now, of course, experiential learning can never replace something like apprenticeship. You are trying to get to that without actually being in that perfect environment. So experiential learning is one way of recreating a perfect situated learning environment. So situated cognition by itself is where you are in the environment and learning, and experiential learning is where schools and colleges are trying to create that kind, as much as possible, trying to create an authentic learning environment.